It's our very first meeting, and I'm going to go over my notes and with a prayer, my notes from when we had a groundbreaking ceremony. Started out with Geauga County is where history meets the future. Years ago, to start a building, the builder would start with a cornerstone. And today I have a prayer about cornerstones by author Karen Barber. On the stone, now laid with prayer, let thy church rise strong and fair. Ever, Lord, thy name be known where we lay this cornerstone. May the Spirit here to rest to the heart by sin oppressed. And the seeds of truth be sown where we lay this cornerstone. By wise master builders squared, here be living stones prepared. For this temple near thy throne, Jesus Christ, our cornerstone. And then, personally, after high school, I followed my dad's footsteps and became a bricklayer. We worked hard together over the years. I miss him every day. He taught me a lot about building the building and a lot about life. Now we went to building this building relationships. My dad brought me from being a craftsman to a commissioner, and I want to thank him for that. I want to acknowledge all the past commissioners who purchased the property in the 70s and the past commissioners who dedicated Ravenwood and Merritt in the 80s. Had it not been for their foresight, the process to get to this point would have even taken longer. This new facility would bring county officers that are the most utilized with the citizens to a more centralized location within the county, hereby making the services provided more convenient. This building will provide a great space for the county employees to work, providing the necessary services to the citizens of this great county. This is our first meeting here. This is our big day, an historic day, a milestone of brick and mortar. This building will be a building of service to the people, and it will show a sense of community, a sense of pride, and it will help produce the Geauga way of life. Thank you. Item number 1. Gary?
Okay. On July 7th, I approved the financials, which included, amongst other items, appropriations transfers to the sheriff for miscellaneous funds, reimbursements, and web checks that were deposited into the general fund, and appropriations transfer from the commissioner's miscellaneous operating transfers out to ADP's contract service account for the purchase and support of cloud-based storage and disaster recovery services. Encumbrances included a then and now from the commissioners to the Geauga County Community Improvement Corporation for April and May rent and utility payments for the Sheridan Senior Center that were not previously encumbered, and travel from Water Resources to attend the 2022 County Sanitary Engineers Association of Ohio summer meeting. Vouchers included $46,358 from the Commissioner's Office for the Lake Geauga Recovery Centers for the county's share of an assistant to the jail treatment program, $36,000 from the Engineer's Office to Louis Reeling for the purchase of 1.38 acres of property on the corner of Bainbridge Road and Washington Street. Adrian is not here today, so I will roll into number 2, which is the financials for today, which include, amongst others, for cash transfers from the general fund to the public assistance for our July through September 2022 mandated share. Encumbrances included travel from the Common Police Court to attend the 2022 Ohio Judicial Conference annual meeting. Vouchers included $43,322.50 from the auditor to the Treasurer of State for the 2021 financial audit and related reporting. $37,739.77 from the Commissioner's Office to NV5 for Owner's Representative Services for Phase 1 and 2, and $27,800 from Water Resources to Kubota Membrane USA Corporation for replacement membranes for the McFarland Wastewater Treatment Plant, and revenue certifications included a certification from the auditor and the American Rescue Plan Fund for the second deposit from the U.S. Treasury.
Motion to approve financials.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWart?
Yes.
Item number 3 is the Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and execute Resolution 22-125 adopting the 2023 annual tax budget in accordance with ORC sections 5705.28 and 5705.29, and that's what this staff is over here.
Motion approved.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Okay.
Horseman.
She's stepped out for one
She's
moment.
knocked out. This is the, for requesting to approve and authorize the president of the board to execute the county risk sharing authority course of change form for the amendment to the memorandum of coverage for the additional coverage for the new county office building located at 12611 Ravenwood Drive, Chardon, to cover the value of the building and contents to be effective June 20th, 2022, and authorize the payment of $9,992 for the additional coverage.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Where would you like us?
Sure, you can come up to the podium.
Oh,
The official.
that's Joe. I don't know, I'll just do this.
Okay.
So we are back here for the Windstream piece again. Turns out Windstream did not include all the documentation. I know that you gentlemen already passed that once. We were a little nervous on the additional documents. I wanted to make sure that we took them through session again, even though you already passed it and agreed to it and all that stuff. So that's where we are right now, and then we'll be able to execute the final Windstream contract and begin the migration from the current county phone system to the new cloud-based VoIP system.
Excellent. Okay, very good. I will make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes. County engineer.
Frank.
Item 6 on the agenda is requesting the board approve and execute Commissioner Lennon to execute the OPWC project DGZ-14 agreement for the Farmington Road Bridge Replacement Project in Parkman Township. It's a $100,000 grant to go with that project.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Item 7 on the agenda is requesting the board award the bid to Eclipse Company LLC for the replacement of the Farmington Road Bridge in Parkman Township in the amount of $315,786 as they represented the lowest and best bid. We had 6 bids, 5 of 6 were lower than the actual estimate.
Great. I'll make the motion.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Item 8 on the agenda is requesting the board take action to authorize Commissioner Lennon to execute the Ohio Public Works Commission project DGZ-15 entitled the Auburn Road Resurfacing in sections N through O. Sign the project agreement. This agreement is for a $150,000 match.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Item 9 on the agenda is requesting the board award the bid to Roniak Paving Incorporated for the asphalt resurfacing of Auburn Road, CH4, sections N through O in Munson Township in the amount of $599,599 as they represented the lowest and best bid. Engineer's estimate was $650. We received 2 bids. Both were awardable. Roniak's was 8% under.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Item 10 on the agenda is requesting the board authorize Commissioner Lanning to execute the Ohio Public Works Commission Agreement DGZ-16 for the Monroe Resurfacing Sections A through C project in Auburn Township.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Item 11 on the agenda is requesting the board award the bid to Roniak Paving Incorporated for the asphalt resurfacing of Monroe Sections A through C in Auburn Township in the amount of $890,600 as they represented the lowest and best bid. We received 3 bids. Roniak's bid was 6.5%, about 6.5% under the estimate, and that project scheduled to start on September 19th.
Excellent. Move.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Aye.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Item 12 on the agenda is requesting the board approve and authorize Commissioner Lennon to sign the Ohio Public Works Commission grant agreement CG-47Z for the Fairmount Road Resurfacing County Highway 16 sections A through B project in Russell Township. This project is the grant is a $200,000 match grant, and this is a build schedule for 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Aye.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Item 13 on the agenda is requesting the board award the bid to Roniak Paving Incorporated for the asphalt and concrete paving of the Jog County North and South Yard in the amount of $511,825 as they represented the lowest and best bid. The commissioners approved the advertise for bids on June 7th, at the meeting on June 7th.
Okay, so move, in discussion real quick, is this the, paving at the offices there?
Facility.
Okay, and how much will this pave then, how much is this gonna get us there? Is that doing all back by where the salt is and all that?
No, this is for the exit, on the side of the building and up on the material storage.
Oh, okay, so the pre-existing
Yes,
is all
the existing
redone.
building that's been there, so this is doing the areas around the existing building.
It's redoing it, okay.
Second the motion.
Commissioner Lennon?
Aye.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Item 14 on the agenda is requesting the board approve and execute the unit price contract with Aeromark Company LLC for the application of polyester pavement markings to various roads in the amount of $353,797.50. This was previously awarded to Aeromark. It includes about 100 miles of county and township roadways to be part of our annual striping program.
So the townships will be able to go in and on this price.
There are townships that were already in, so they were part of the original bid that was approved with specification. So we started that a few years back.
Good.
So move.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Nick. Have a good one.
Department of Job and Family Services.
Morning, how are you, sir?
Morning, Tim.
Good. Kind of way,
Shuffle it away.
The Department of Jobs and Family Services requesting the board approve and execute the Geauga County Family First Council mutual funding agreement between the Geauga County Board of Commissioners, Jobs and Family Services, Board of Developmental Disabilities, and the Board of Mental Health and Recovery Services for the funding of the Geauga County Family First Council for the period of July 1, 2022 through December 31st of 2022. This agreement commits the Board of County Commissioners to providing support payment of $42,484 from the general fund.
Very good. I'll make a motion.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
And there's been no change in that dollar amount for a long time,
For
right?
probably over a decade.
Yeah. And I previously was on the board, now Jim is on the board there, and I haven't got to work with you over there, but I've always said if there's ever any additional need there, please let us know.
Well, we certainly appreciate
Yeah,
this support.
yeah, we're very supportive of that program, so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next item is payment number 20 for Don Lease in the amount of $1,280,501.88. This is the most recent payment. Will be a couple more as we finalize this with the process.
So moved.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
The Commissioner's Office is requesting the board schedule and hold a special meeting on Thursday, July 21st, 2022 at 10 o'clock a.m. for the purpose of discussing the employment of a public employee at the Department of Water Resources.
So moved.
Second the motion?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes. Department on Aging. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm here this morning to request a modification to our grant with the Western Reserve Area Agency on Aging. At a 6-month review, I found that we were not on mark to meet what we initially anticipated for transportation for our adult daycare, as folks are choosing to still bring their loved ones instead of riding the bus. However, my social work program and our out-of-county medical were providing more services than anticipated, so we switched funds from one program to another and also requested additional funds. So after all the changes, our award increases by $24,523.50.
So moved.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Thank you.
is to move request to move into executive session for the Department on Aging for the purpose of discussing the discipline of the public.
I make the motion to go into executive session.
Second that.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWar?
Yes. Aye.
It is 9:55.
Be frank.
And that will include Laura LaChapelle, Jessica Bolt, Kathy Hester, Craig Swenson, and myself.
Got it.
Need your key to get in. And then the conference room doors are closed, but you need to get in there. She'll need to get into the bars.
Okay. Yeah. Just wait. Okay.
That's who we're looking at.
Yeah.
That's just Jim.
So it's about 10:40.
Good. That's cool. Let me know how that goes.
Ready?
Okay.
All of them?
Just Andre.
Oh.
We'll go back in the regular session at this point. Time?
I have 10:43.
Okay, so the Department on Aging requests the board accept the recommendation of the hearing officer and place Kathleen Percella on 2 days unpaid suspension to be served as determined by the department director.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Aye.
Commissioner DeWar?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else, Jerry?
I do not have anything.
Anything else, Clerk? Okay. Public comment?
Morning.
Good morning.
Chris Thomas, I'm with Windstream Communications. I'm government affairs, not on the enterprise you guys have been dealing with. So I just wanted to kind of give you my contact information.
Continue.
We are looking and have been, as you know, as the internet has become more crucial at expanding our network. So we have traditional telephone copper wires throughout the vast majority of the county and been upgrading it to fiber. And to the extent that many of the denser areas are already been upgraded, so Chardon's already upgraded, and as you get more and more rural, less so. As the infrastructure money and other funds come from both Columbus and Washington D.C., we're looking at communities to partner with, townships, counties, etc. So two things: to the extent that there are areas that you would be interested in partnering with us to expand internet access, we upgrade to fiber, state of the art. 1 gig service is what we're currently offering, looking to go to 2 gigs. Please let me know, talk to Jerry, when there have been opportunities. There's been nothing that has matched yet, but to the extent you guys here, we'd love to sit down with you some more. Also, if there's any issues with our service, down poles, low lines, etc., I will be your contact, so please let me know.
All right.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes,
Is there
sir.
any plans to put fiber from the intersection of Mayfield Road and Quilla to come down, to go southbound? Because if something goes wrong or bad accident or whatever on Route 44, this is our hub, the hospital, the sheriff's department, and this building. Just wondering if there's any plans to.
I'm not aware of any, but that's not to say that they're not in existence. I'm not in the planning end of it, but I can certainly check. So the area basically around here is.
Well, if there was something happened on Route 44,
Right.
because your cabinets are right on 44 in front of the hospital there. And if something goes wrong, what do you do?
Okay.
So I just want like a backup plan.
Yeah, let me check.
Okay.
Check to see and I'll follow up.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Day.
Excuse me, do you have an extra card?
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Mister, could you stand up and state your name?
Hey, come take your, come sit, please.
Sure, okay.
That's what the wheelchair is.
This was,
Dave, that's what the wheelchair is for. Now I connected.
this, for those that don't know, all this is his idea. This was his.
Because they sold my building. That's right. And I I gave the price. And everyone, okay, we'll do it. Wait a minute, you gotta talk to the commissioners. That was just a number.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is, I'm kind of comfy like this.
Please, this is good.
Yeah.
No, my question,
RJ's a former county administrator, Dave Blair, so.
I did it for 14 years.
He was pushing this idea for a long time to centralize, consolidate, and really
And now you're here.
got this thing up on 2 feet. you know.
Well, we had the idea, but you guys pushed it over the line,
Yeah,
so
but,
that's the important part.
So what's your question,
My
Mr.?
question is, who is providing the data loop with the data line tying together all the county's IT now? Because I saw there was something on here for 911 for Windsor.
For the void.
The Boyd. And when you mentioned the idea that you need a loop.
Yeah.
Now, we used to have a loop with, was Spectrum now? Are we still getting any data from Spectrum or no?
Well,
Good questions.
Because with
Are you talking
Spectrum,
about the phones, or are you talking about?
well, data, so with Spectrum, this goes back to 2005, when we finally got a real county network. It was set up as a loop, which meant, to your idea.
Everything's going to the cloud now.
If something, well, but I mean, to tie all your phones
Yeah,
and
yeah.
data together.
I think they are. That's
If
what
you're,
they're doing.
well, if your line goes down on 44, there was, you still have connectivity down here through another source. I never knew exactly where it was.
Oh.
So that's kind of like a water loop,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you don't have like a dead end. If that goes down, you're out.
Right,
You-
right.
It comes from the other direction.
Right.
So that was my
I
question.
know that they have been working on, getting rid of some of those dead ends. Remember all the ones from,
Yeah.
remember for years?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we'd have to ask IT where they're at with that. I believe that's what they've been working on here.
Yeah.
Is updating all that and getting rid of, remember we had like lines running and we were paying, $1,000 a month
yeah.
on these lines.
Well, you had those FX lines,
Yeah.
you didn't
well,
need
we
it.
got rid of those a long time ago.
You got rid of those.
Got rid of those.
That's good,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. Watch your step, watch your step.
See that?
This is temporary.
Okay, it's good.
Any good news from the health department?
We're just excited you moved in. We appreciate you guys having us in here, and let me know when you get tour of the space and
Good.
show you guys.
You're all moving in, like open and operating?
Yeah, we're open as of this morning. We stayed open for for death certificates for the funeral homes the whole time. We had them up and running. ADP helped us get up and running within like 2 hours. But the rest of the department opened up today after moving Thursday, Friday, and Monday.
Ah, very
So-
cool.
Yeah, it's been great.
Good. Okay. Motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.